Hello there. What's happening?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
After what was an incredible start to our road trip last spring, unfortunately France for me didn't quite go to plan. A few months had gone by and I'd been constantly thinking about the lake and the unfinished business I had over there. With some dates penciled in the diary, it wasn't long before myself and Kieran were heading back for a chance to get my revenge. And I'm absolutely chuffed to finally get my my revenge on the lake.
It's good to be back.
It is good to be back. There is a bivvy over there. Is there?
No.
Looks like a boat.
Like fisherman.
Right, so keeping within the theme, I have a 20 cents. 20 cent. Last time we came here, me and Kieran kind of fancied the same area of this lake. Kier flipped a coin, I called it. So to make things a bit more, even more even, this time I'm gonna flip and Kier's gonna choose. I can't get it on my thumb. Right, ready?
Heads.
And heads was
20.
You're gonna get it.
I always win.
You're gonna get it.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got it.
why do I always
You got
win
it.
the flip? We're both happy with that.
Yeah, we are both happy with that, 100%.
They're central. You've got that spot as well.
Yeah. So that's it. Swims have been decided in the double. So we're gonna sit and watch it for another few minutes, finish these beers, and then yeah, get some kit out, flick some rods out, sit back, and yeah, hopefully we nick a bite. Right, well hello and welcome to another mini European kind of road trip. This time you're joining myself and Kieran, and we've come over to France for 4 days, like a long weekend, and we've kind of been planning this trip around the weather. We've had this area of France saved in our phones on the weather app, and we were really sort of waiting for a bit of a break in the weather. As well as back at home, over here has seen some absolutely savage temperatures recently. Sort of only a couple of days ago in this region of France, it was in the upper 40s, 46 degrees yesterday, I believe, which is absolutely outrageous. But what we did notice is that tomorrow, which will be Saturday, is that there's a huge drop in pressure and a drastic change in the weather as well. So sort of somewhere around sort of 2 to 3 o'clock, in the morning tonight, the weather's going to really change. It's going to go from mid-30s is what we've had today, right down to sort of low to mid-20s, a big pressure drop, a bit of wet weather as well, a bit of rain coming in. And yeah, so when we saw that on the weather app that was going to be over this weekend, that we'd both earmarked that we could do, we just had to get that ferry booked. It's the evening now of our first day, And yeah, I've still got my 2 rods out. Keir's just reeled in. We're just updating the camera, and then shortly after we're going to get a barbecue started, have a bit of a social tonight. We have already sort of found some spots for the evening earlier, just with a bare lead and a few minimal casts. So I'm personally going to get some bait out onto one spot. I found a real nice hard gravelly spot just up against the weed. I'm going to fish one in close as well. We'll catch up with Kieran with his spots in a little while. But yeah, that sort of brings us up to where we are. Going to get cracking. It's about 6 o'clock. So yeah, going to get some rods positioned, ready for the evening, get that barbecue on and sit back and watch the water.
As I'm casting to the left-hand side of my swim along the margin, kind of comes out on a point here a little tiny bit, and the foam, where the foams come up, it's right in front of here, so I've just come around just so I can spoon a couple of spoons bang on top.
Just reeled in a right-hand rod that I had out this afternoon, and as you can see, it's been mega crayed. I've actually tied up another one of these rigs, but on looking at that, I'm going to go on double tigers, because then I know at least I'm fishing, they can't crunch me up.
Right, so third and final rod now. This one I'm actually going to put a little bit of bait out. Made a little mix up. Quite simple really, just boilie, bit of crumb, a few tigers and some hemp and a little bit of pellet as well. It's a little bit further out, 14 wraps, a lovely spot just in amongst some weeds. There's a lot of bait here. I reckon I'll do more than 4 spawns. What the?
Nothing to see here.
What have you been up to then?
Just testing my rigs, mate.
Testing your rigs?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I was just wanting to get a realistic silty appearance, and
How about your arse?
yeah, I was testing it there as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. So when it lays on the silt like that,
Right, yeah.
so you've got genuine water on there from the lake,
Well, that's the best way to test it, really.
and that's how it sits. Yeah. So it flips and catches hold every time.
Yeah, perfect.
Catch.
So what about your toes?
So when it's on there as well, you see,
Right, yeah, perfectly balanced.
it's perfectly balanced, blends in with the silt.
Okay.
Also here on this position,
Yeah.
when it's laying on this lake bed, see it catching?
Yeah, and the coating matches there.
Exactly, and
Oh,
this,
there we go.
this part here,
Oh, okay.
so this is like imitating the sandy bottom,
All right, okay.
to see how well.
Well, that's a nice bit of clay.
Well, if you didn't quite catch the gist of that, Keir went to check on the barbecue, and he's been telling me all day not to wear my sliders in the lake with the silt, and I didn't listen, and I stacked it hard, proper hard, and soaked myself. So not a wardrobe change, but a wardrobe change because it was needed, because I was soaking, covered in silt. But yeah, I'm just putting a mix together for the night. I'm gonna make up enough. That if I do get a bite in the night or in the morning, then I can top it up. I'm gonna get 6 bombs out accurately onto my hard spot that I'm fishing, up against the weed. kick back, have a barbecue, a couple of beers, as we've said, watch the water, and hopefully they're active as hell, because they were last time, weren't they? They were proper active. As soon as it got dark, they put on their little masks and they start dancing. Dance for me, Elsie boy. Dance for me, Elsie boy. So the rain started. It's pretty fucking strong as well. It's been an electrical storm for the last 5 hours. We've been waiting for this to come, and lightning is mental. Crazy weather. Hopefully it turns the fish on though. I think we're in for a bit of a storm. Right, well, good morning. Got a smile on my face because we're starting the morning with the fish, so I'm really chuffed to actually open my account on the lake on the first morning. It's not the biggest one in the world, but to be honest, it's a nice little common. All I can do now is sort of hope that the bigger ones do come along, but I'm going to hold her up for you. There you go. Nice way to start the day. Me and Kira just sitting there, contemplating putting the kettle on, watching the mist rolling over the lake, and yeah, saw a couple of fish show as well, not near the spot, and then it was the left rod that's gone, the one yesterday I was most confident in as well, and yeah, this little cool little common was the culprit. It's been raining savagely all night. Hasn't stopped yet. It's a bit sort of bit of light rain this morning, and I think this is going to continue now right until tomorrow, so it's perfect conditions. The pressure's right down at 10:07 today, so yeah, conditions are very much in our favour. We've just got to get through to the bigger fish now. Let's get this one slipped back and get fishing again. So we're just standing there, finishing another coffee. Haven't even got the other rod back out yet. I just wrapped it up, ready to go out. I was going to put a couple more spoms on the spot, but I left this one on it. They fished like half a rod length next to each other on the same area. And yeah, it's pulled up tight and gone straight into the weed, just like the other one, but this time feels a bit more buried, so I've just come round into Kieran's swim, round through the water to try and get a better angle the way that the fish has gone in. So my line's pointing to the right, so it's gone into a wee bed. So now I've got to try and coax it out. Like, it feels a bit more solid this time. Not looking good. We'll see what I can do. comes out itself. So with that one, just put back on the alarms. I've now got no rods in the water fishing. I've just reeled this one in, which was my margin rod. But after wading down there to get a better angle, I know I can get all the way down there now. So I'm going to go and put this in the corner that I know has produced fish in the past for Kieran. So yeah, I've got my double tiger hook bait, little pouch full of bait. I'm going to go and get it nice and accurately down in the edge. And then I've got one rod fishing. Then I'm going to come back and deal with this one and get both rods back on that spot. Wow. Oh my God. As if I got that out. Well, I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I quickly walked that rod down the margin, left this one in the weed on a slack line, come back and thought it's just time to get the rods out. It looks too good. I've got to do something about this rod. So I've ended up just giving it my all, holding it on a tight line, walking all the way back past my brolly, and it's eventually pulled through. I've got a very big fish in the net with some weed.
With the fish safely slipped into the sack, I wasted no time, got the rod straight back out and took shelter from the rain under the brolly. We took this time to have a bit of lunch and to let the moment sink in. I'd finally settled the score on this lake with a huge fish, and probably one of the best looking I'd ever caught.
Here she is. We've just weighed her. And not that it matters at all, I don't really care how big it is, but it went 47 pound, and I'm so chuffed to finally get my revenge on this lake. What an absolute beast. Just didn't get a chance to fight on the way in as well, because it came in with a big ball of weed. I had to tow the whole lot back in, but yeah, what an amazing fish. It's barely been caught, mint condition, and yeah, a mid-40 as well. Chuffed. Wonder what else is round the corner. Hopefully one for Kieran. Oh, she's heavy. Show you the other side. It's got a few more scales this side. Enormous carp. Enormous public lake carp. Get in. That's me done. Is that all right? Yeah. Was it actually? Yeah?
Lou, just get in there, mate. It's going to be through the weed bed.
I've got the pants on.
Just take your...
I've got the fucking pants on. Grab us a tea or something. So we just had a bit of a break in the weather. It's still raining, but not as hard. And we were just sitting there in my brolly. Just had a beer actually, celebrating. Looking through the pictures on the camera. Yeah, the middle rod's absolutely ripped off. The others didn't. They got into the weed before. Shit.
Sure. Don't worry about them, man.
Has it gone over or under?
Don't know, don't worry. It's clear out there. It's nice to hear my alarms work.
It's got some weight to it, this says. Come on, be a common, be a big common.
That'd be nice.
£50 common, please.
It's a common.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I think that's why it's got some weight to it though, because it's got the it's got weed on it. Got a bit of a ghostly tinge to it, isn't it?
Hmm.
Bigger than the first common. Happy days. So, I did have a nice common in the net, waiting for its pictures, but whilst I was getting another rig tied, got the mat ready, it managed to get out of the net. This actually happened to Trish last time we was on this lake, so I'm not the only one it's happened to, but yeah, my mistake. I should have secured it properly. Haven't got a retainer with me, so yeah, I thought he'd be alright in the net for 2 seconds, but no, he wanted to get back. He's probably gone back straight back out to that weed bed, and he's going to sit there and sulk. But just wanted to sort of go over this whole rig thing because of the crayfish. I've had to make, well, we both have now had to make obvious changes because the crays have been so bad. They've been doing our baits badly, claw marks, taking the putty off, and all sorts. So we've gone over to either plastics or tiger nuts because they don't affect those kind of baits because they're too hard for their claws. And this is the rig that I've actually been using. It's done me 3 bites, so but this particular bait arrangement on here has done me 2 fish. It has been the 2 smaller fish, but yeah, and as you can see, we'll probably put in some close-ups, but it's basically a single tiger, quite a big one, drilled out with a bit of cork in it, and then it's tipped off with a bit of white plastic corn, which is buoyant. So it's basically a snowman rig, which I would be using anyway, but it's with 2 baits that can't be affected by the crays. You've got a curved shank style hook on there, an aggressive one, with a bit of silicone on the bend, sort of just opposite the barb, and that's it. Literally simple. It's kind of a neutral buoyancy bait, so it just counteracts the weight of the hook and sits up straight, just like a snowman should. So it sits on the bottom like that with the hook laying flat. And yeah, the little bit of white has caught the eye of 2 commons. Hopefully the next one is with another big one. Let's get this rod back out.
Right, so after reeling in, trying to find a new spot, I got really crayed bad last night, and all of my rigs were completely ruined. Pop-ups bitten to shreds, literally. They were sitting as bottom bait, so I've made a change and I've put tigers on all rods now. So Lou done the same and it worked for him. Didn't get no trouble. So I'm hoping that it'll be the same for me.
Oh, pretty slippery. There you go. Cool little common. And to be honest, I know it's not the biggest one in the world, it doesn't matter at all. But the thing I'm most pleased about is that we're getting bites in the day. So hopefully these continue for the rest of the trip. I don't even care if I'm catching these all day long because it's mint condition and yeah, a good bit of fun for a little Euro trip away. Your turn next, Keir. It'll happen, mate. Yeah, we're trying to let it go back. He wants to go back to where he came from, look. Right between the rods, go on. Don't get me a big one. He's coming back, he wants more.
So, just a quick update for the camera now. We're fast approaching dark. We haven't really had a chance to update the camera yet because it's been proper hectic today and we've had rain literally non-stop. Louis had 4 bites today. We've only got proof of 3 because there was a little mistake of his leaving the fish in the net and that one escaped, but what a day it's been for him. Fish up to 47 pounds, absolutely incredible, proper jet black, absolutely mint, huge mouth, and I'm absolutely buzzing for him. I haven't actually had anything yet, but it's not changed anything. I'm so buzzing for him, he deserves it, especially after the last trip. So there's a lot of revenge in there for him. For me, it was quiet last night, so I made my changes today and I found a nice new spot. And yeah, I'm actually quite confident for tonight. We've seen fish behind me here in front of my swim. Not loads, probably around 8 or 9. Not all of them 100% carp either. There is a few tents showing that we've seen, but there was definitely a couple that we heard from just down in Louis' swim, which were definitely carp. They moved a lot of water, you could hear them from over there. So I am confident, and yeah, 3 rods, 2 on the spot, which I found earlier, and 1 down to my left on the margin, which I did have last night, which didn't produce, but I'm going to stick to my guns with that one because it's just on the edge of a nice wee bed. yeah, we're just going to have a little celebration tonight with Louis, a few beers. We've even got a bottle of red wine. He deserves it after today. He's proper pulled it out of the bag, and I'm really happy for him. But hopefully we can improve on things tonight. Right, so as I said earlier, I was debating a move. I am going to move now, definitely. I've gone down to Lou's right, had a little lead around, and I found a couple of nice spots just near the weed. And Lou's had his bites from fishing up against the weed, so I think this is as good a place as any. We haven't really seen anything elsewhere. As I said earlier, at night we've heard them down there anyway, so, and from past experience, when we was here before, I've done very well out of that corner. So yeah, I am going to pack up now. And yeah, hopefully tonight my luck will change, because I'm pulling my hair out, to be honest. Clutching at straws a little bit, but yeah, hopefully this works. So I'm going to get packed up and get round there now.
This is the same area you was fishing when we came in April?
Pretty much. Obviously I was over the other side, but fishing out this way. And I went and stood in there earlier, and this area that I've found seems to be pretty bang on to where it was.
Yeah.
Everything's changed a little bit, but happy days, that one. Get a couple of pouchfuls of tigers over that.
So you haven't really heard that much from me today. That's down to it being a pretty quiet day. Definitely the most quietest day that we've had so far this trip. This is going into our last night now. I think we'd like to come back maybe once again, but you know, we've got so many really good memories from that first trip here, and also from this one. Like coming back and getting a bit of revengeance on the lake when it was really hard going for me in the spring. Now it's all come good. I've caught a really nice mirror. To be honest, I could go home happy now, but I'm just hoping that Keir gets one and that'll finish the session off nicely. So probably going to get that barbecue on now, watch the water a bit longer, have some food, and then get an early night.
Lovely bits of paprika chicken. We had Mexican chicken the other night and that was absolutely beautiful. So we'll see what this one's like. Here he is.
Finger looking good.
Right, so just finished the barbecue with Lou. We've eaten our chicken and our hot dogs. We're just sitting there talking about past sessions in England and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, my right-hand rod, which is down in the swim that I'm fishing, has tore off. The receiver that's in the middle of us exploded, and I was sprinting down the bank. And I got there just in time before it properly weighed itself up. And I got my first one. Not big. In fact, quite small, but I really don't care. What a fish, really, in a public lake. They're all special, no matter how big they are. And I'm buzzing that I've finally got one under my belt, because I've been really, really pulling my hair out. And the move's paid off no less than, what, 2.5, 3 hours? And it's paid off. Now I can go into the night with no pressure and enjoy the last night that we've got here. Yeah, buzzing.
Well, mate.
Yeah, finally, gets in there. He's cool as well.
He's cool.
Skinny.
Yeah. Well done, chuffed.
Thank you, mate. Right, so after having that small mirror, after quickly moving yesterday, I got the rod back out, put a little bit more bait out, and the early hours of this morning I was rewarded with a much better one finally. Bang on 33 pounds. Took me in the weed, but come out easily enough. And yeah, finally, the session has got a very big high for me. Because yeah, it's been a grueler to be honest, but it's ended on a high. Lovely carp.
Why do you keep filming today?
It's a nice night.
Not supposed to do any filming at all unless you get permission.
Oh really? I'm sorry.